Claw Worm. The first of the bug tribe that feels like it plays more to the actual strengths of the bug tribe, which is to be a trap setting support unit mostly. Its ranged B attack fires a strand of barbed wire. This wire will sit around on the battlefield for a little while and prevent the enemy from moving into it without taking small amounts of rapidly hitting damage. That said, targeting your actual opponent with this is a little tricky because it doesn't really home in all that well. It's a slow moving attack and it doesn't really do all that much damage. And also, after coming into contact with its opponent for one or two shots, it will then knock them out of it. So it's really definitely more for trap setting rather than actively targeting your opponents. Its melee B attack is rapid slashes with its gaping maw, and it does a fair amount of damage. The biggest problem, however, is you're pretty fragile, and you're not the fastest Borg out there, so getting within range without getting completely destroyed is the real trick here. But this is probably the bread and butter of your actual direct offense. And your X ability allows you to set a piece of barbed wire behind you. You can then set up another one to create a full strand later on in the stage. Once again, this is more useful for setting up traps and zoning your opponents out, preventing them from entering certain areas without risk of hurting themselves. Overall, this guy isn't really designed to be a main attacker or really a front lines kind of guy. He's designed more or less just to be a nuisance and to try and keep your opponents at bay. That said, if you want someone who can help control a battlefield, he's definitely strategically viable, but you might want to team him up with a beefier Borg to take out the actual enemy.